Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. I am the Custard Prophet. We're back here with our FM23 playthrough. We're still at club number 9, Coventry City, as you can see behind us, and that's not through lack of trying to move to other clubs, but whilst there was a lot of movement in the transfer window, inexplicably 39-year-old Frank Lampard is, or 69-year-old Frank Lampard is still clinging on at Chelsea despite a terrible season. They kept him. I don't understand why. So we're still at Coventry, and it's quite good because in the end you can see we qualified for the Champions League. I thought we were qualifying for the Europa League, so we are at the top table of European football. Let's play our first match. Right folks, so we are a few games into the season. It hasn't gone quite as well as I wanted, but we have made some transfers, and some that I'm pretty reasonably happy with the transfers. There was one player who went out that I didn't necessarily want to go out, so the board agreed for this one to happen. And you can see here Gary Hayward left for £18 million. So he went to Leeds. I think he's in, is this still in the Premier League? Yeah, still in the Premier League. So I was frustrated to lose out on him, but he's the only major sale that's gone out. There was lots of other offers came in, but everyone else wanted to stay. We have obviously brought some players in. We lost a bunch of players who were on loan. So let's have a look. So 5 players coming in. First up, we needed to try and replace Gary Hayward, and we've done this by going out to Denmark, to FC Copenhagen, and brought in Nicholas Christiansen, who is a ball-playing defender. That's kind of what we want, but I think he looks really, really good. He's not going to get any better. He's a 3-star player, and he's 28, so he's got good experience. He'll certainly have played in the Champions League, and I think the attributes that you want to be look good look pretty good. So he's had a decent enough start, 6.87 rating, and I'm sure he will move into his role very, very nicely. Also found this guy, Andreas Nicolaou from Wolves, whose contract was ending, Cypriot. Central midfielder. I felt we needed a little bit more in there, and I think he does a pretty good job. He's got his first goal. He hasn't had a start yet, but I'm pretty happy with his contributions thus far. And then we've tried to sort things out up top, and we brought in 3 players, 2 on loan, 1 big signing. I'll leave that to the end. Carter Cowperthwaite hasn't actually really played a game yet, but you can see he's got real potential. Looks absolutely superb. High levels of finishing, determination, everything looks really, really good there. He's just young and inexperienced. Was at Cardiff last season, scored 10 goals in 15 appearances in the Championship. I think once he gets a few games, he is going to be useful. Adam Moore is the other player who's come in, slightly less impressive on the finishing, but you can see he's done a decent job in terms of assisting, and his physicals and mentals look absolutely outstanding. So 2, I think, really good signings who should be able to assist us from the bench. But the big signing is John Spence, £34 million spent. I think you'll agree it's probably money well spent. He can play on this right side if we need him to be there, but he's also a very, very effective player through the centre, and that's where he's mainly been playing so far. Only 1 goal in his 3 appearances, but I'm pretty damn pleased with his ability to bring him in. And look at the height that he has, 195 centimetres. He's almost a giant, a technical giant. So 23-year-old Portuguese player. I'm happy enough with that signing. I think it's good. Let me know what you think about the signings. This is where we are in terms of the league, and you can see that the start of the season was not what I was expecting. A home match against Tottenham. Leo own goal late on, but Tottenham were the better side in here for the majority. What I hadn't noticed is that they've won the Champions League 2 years running. I think it was last year and the year before. So they're actually a much better side than I gave them credit for. So that's one thing. Then we went to Manchester United, to Old Trafford, and this was always going to be tough, but we went 2-1 up. John Spice and Josh Long getting the goals, and they scored 3 goals in the last 20 minutes of the game. to win 4-2. Very, very frustrating. We looked pretty good in this game and just could not get it over the line. But since then, we've picked up 2 victories. Winning against Cardiff, which I was pretty pleased with. Jack Cortez scoring the goal. But more recently, we played Brighton at home, and it was a Leo, 4 goals from Leo, Cortez and Nikolai getting his first goal for the club. So all in all, 2 wins, 2 losses. It's not the start I necessarily wanted, but looking at the fixtures, you can kind of understand why we're there. After this, we've got the likes of Derby to play Arsenal at home. That's going to be tough, but we got some tough games, but we also got some games where we can pick up points. And what we need to do is get those results against the big sides, which we were doing last season. So we've lost 2 of them so far. We need to make sure we start picking those up. In the Champions League, though, we got straight through to the group stages, qualified straight into that. And what we're playing, or in the massive group, we'll be playing Sturm Graz today, which is relatively easy match in comparison to some of the other ones. Then we have the likes of Sporting Lisbon, Borussia Dortmund, we've got Nice, Anderlecht and Shakhtar. What do you think about those ones after? Oh, we do have Real Madrid and Villarreal, but I mean, I don't know how many points you need to get to have a good chance of getting out of the group, but I would suggest maybe 9-10 points, I think, looking at the current Champions League with this new system. So you can sort of see where we could get some of those points from. I think Nice away is possible, Anderlecht at home, Shakhtar at home, and certainly Sturm Graz away feel like teams that we can get things from. But we're playing in Europe. It's the first time we've done this. Let's go and do it, folks. So, team we're going with, and this is because Kirstensen is out injured, as well as Spice and Issa. It's left us a little bit light in various places, but we're going to have Allen and Moore leading the line. We're going to have Ngassen and Leo left and right. Nicolau and Cortez through the centre of midfield, and then Lang, Bykov, Taylor and Sharold playing at the back with Gomez in goal. Just thinking whether that's the right move. So we're going to give Cowperthwaite a start instead of Allen, and we'll go from there. We haven't filled out the rest of the team with youngsters, but I think we've got plenty on the bench, so we don't need to worry about that too much. It's more important we go out there, we give the best possible performance, and maybe our young strike force can get themselves a goal perhaps. So playing the ball around in the centre of the park, Nicolau getting a start, and here's more into Copperthwaite, into Ngassen, and off the bar. And Ngassen almost scored in the first few seconds of that game. Very solid start from Coventry. This is away in the Champions League, so you know this is a big step mentally to take for these players. A lot of them will not have been in this place before. Certainly those who've come through the Coventry ranks anyway. Ngassen into Nicolau. Lang. He was certainly someone I did think about maybe bringing in, but with Leo, it just wasn't able to kind of work it out. Nicolau, lovely through ball. This time it's on to the other winger, and it's Leo getting the goal. Fresh from his 4 goals against Brighton, he starts off very nicely. Just 4 minutes into the game, we've hit the bar and we scored a goal. This is pretty good. Barcelona leading against PSG. So we're into the big time, folks. Well, here's Taylor. Has a go for it from distance. The left-footed centre back. Another opportunity. Nicolau. It's cleared away, and Sturm Graz have really done nothing so far. Here's Taylor, and he's given away a chance here. But Sharold has done brilliantly there. And this is maybe an opportunity to break on them. Just got them a slightly further forward. We seem to be having most of our opportunities through set pieces. But Moore hits the post. Oh dear. You know what could happen if you don't take the chances, you get punished, or you can get punished. Here's Sharold, and again that opportunity to quickly break. Leo's going to look for the ball over the top, you'd think. A lot of pace in those front two. He's more into Copperthwaite, and he's done brilliantly. And he, on his first start for the club, he gets his first goal, and that is going to be sticking in the manager's mind, you'd think. Just before half-time, we go 2-0 up, and we are absolutely deserving of this, playing fantastic football. And, yeah, against this Austrian side. And, yeah, 2-0 up. Really, really solid performance so far. Don't need to change anything. And this is with a really kind of makeshift side as well, with some key players missing. A couple of changes. Ashka is coming on just because Taylor has got a yellow card, and Cortez as well. Didn't have a particularly great game. Long comes on in the ball-winning midfielder role. Wingers swapped around now. Papot and Lawrence on. Leo and Ngasson off. Again, just to prove a few more legs. They're absolutely knackered, playing a couple of games in a short period of time. But we have players to replace them. So here's Nicolau. He's had a good game so far. Been pleased with his first start. Certainly someone I've really felt could make a difference to the side. Just hasn't had much of an opportunity. Nipped in there. Oh, and more. Shot from distance. Snapshot. I mean, we've looked really strong. I wonder whether these two strikers might be making a case for getting a few more opportunities, because they've certainly been all over this team. Really creative and dangerous. 77 minutes. We're still yet to see much from this side. And again, it's nicely done. This time it's Ashgar who makes the challenge. But we've lost... I was going to say that was we lost the ball there as the right back came to cover Ashgar and gave him an opportunity. Right, Besher just on right at the end. Again, just to hopefully provide a few extra legs at the back. Sturmgarats look out on their feet at the minute, but it really shows us what, the squad that we have now. Got so many players that we can bring on without fear that they're going to let us down, and really so many options in various different places. Here's more. Oh, he does get his goal. Is that going to be allowed? He might have strayed offside. I think it would not be undeserved. I think it does count. And we go to the top of the table. Nicolau, the defensive line was just horrendous. And there was like 3 purple shirted players who could have scored that one with no one around them. Well, here we go. Coventry here. Maybe a chance late on. Last seconds of the game. I think this possibly is their first ever appearance in the Champions League. What a goal for Copperthwaite. And he is definitely someone we should be looking at a little bit more. Getting a few more opportunities, I think, after this. Beautiful ball in. And the ball just comes to Copperthwaite here. I mean, it was a complete cock-up from their 2 defenders. Goalkeeper went down early. And we're 4-0 up. Easy, this Champions League malarkey, isn't it? Really, really top performance from the lads there. We're going to have to recover quickly because we've got a game in like 5 days or 3 days or something. But what a wonderful performance. And we sit now... what the heck is that screen? Tells us absolutely nothing. We get £2.4 million just for that victory. That's pretty nice. So, yeah, I think we have learned from that the front 2 that we used there could be really effective goal scorers if we gave them the time and space to do that. And Ngasson, very, very poor start. Look at that. Compared to everyone else, he's had a dreadful start. Probably we need to think about who to bring on there. And Josh Long is possibly that player. And that's might be something we do in the future. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did get something out of that, well, please like the video, subscribe if you're new, and we'll come back somewhere in here. We might come back for another one of these big Champions League games, maybe the game against Borussia Dortmund. That sounds like a fun one. We'll let you know how things are progressing in the league, but I'm just fascinated to see how Coventry get on in this at this heady height of European football, which I never thought we'd be doing. But yeah, exciting times. See you next time. Bye-bye.